folks, JD here, and today we've got this. Look at this, this is a monster climbing car. So it is, for its size, it is monstrous. Okay, so what are we looking at? Well, as you can see, we've got independent suspension on 4 racks running right the way around the car. We've got rubber tyres with some incredible grip. We've also got 2 motors. One motor that powers the back, one motor then that powers the directional movement of these wheels, as well as powering the front wheels as well. Obviously, as you can see with the suspension, when the suspension moves, we have a couple of rods in the back there as well, which give the back wheels as well as the front extra position, so that it can pretty much move to any angle at all and isn't going to come into any trouble. So this is used mostly in climbing little rocks, little stones around the place. So you can climb rocks, you can climb stones without any issue at all. Obviously with this grip as well, ensuring that you don't just spin out and the car doesn't get stuck. Now today what we're going to try? Well, we're going to try going on this little bit of tarmac to begin with, then I'm going to move her over to the gravel over in the corner, and then we're going to come back and have a little look on this grass and see exactly how it does. So let's get it started. Okay, the transmitter looks a lot like the other any standard car transmitter, to be honest. Now there are a couple of slight differences with this one. You can alter how you have the steering wheel, so you can take the wheel off if you're left-handed, or if you're right-handed you can put it on either side, so it'll give you whichever way you find more comfortable to control the vehicle. Obviously I find this way a little bit more comfortable for my fingers, for reach, as well as it just feels nicer in my hand as well. So we've got 2 AA batteries in here, all plugged up and ready to go. This should automatically be automatic binding as well, so let's give it a try. So back to the car, what I'm going to do is just pop her on. Now there's no lights in this car at all, so you don't know when it's on other than the switch is in the on position, and likewise once I turn that on, so as there's no flashing light, it must have automatically bound. So with that, let's take her out. Okay, so as you can see, well, 2 things. 1, she's not the fastest, and 2, we've got a little bit of trouble on that front right wheel as she faces us. It looks as if the tyre isn't fully on the rim properly, but it doesn't matter. Look at her go. As I say, she is not a fast car. She's not built for speed. She is built, though, however, for fun, as well as built for climbing rocks and going over all terrain. She is 4-wheel drive, so with that 4-wheel drive there shouldn't be any issues at all. So let's bring her back to me. So let's have a quick little look at the front as well, because there's one thing I forgot to show you, and that's this here. So should you have any issues in turning left or right, or that she doesn't move in a straight line and doesn't stay true, alter this here. This is almost like your trim. So your balance, as you can see, is dead center for the second. That means that she should drive true and drive straight. If she drives to the left or to the right, you should check this little guy to see if he's pointing in the right way. So she's as fast backwards as she is forwards. Not really seeing a lot of that suspension work on this tarmac, but I tell you what, let's take her off-road a bit and see how that goes. Okay, so as you normally know, with any sort of grass, you start to drive onto it and then the car just stops. So let's see how this goes. Oh, look at it go! And I can turn, and turning does not stop the car from moving. Excellent. With any sort of normal race car, or with any sort of normal car, it just starts to go over and then that's it. It just stops, doesn't go any further. The wheels and the motors then are put under excessive amounts of strain, but not with this guy. Not with this guy at all. And backwards he seems to work as well, just as well backwards as forwards, without any issue whatsoever. So it is fully 4x4, it is fully all-terrain. That's excellent. Oh, you can hear those motors really trying to keep up with going over this terrain. It isn't doing too much of a bad job, to be honest. And don't forget, this grass is newly cut, but there are patches which are long, and there are patches as well where the grass is extremely wet. But all in all, oh, struggling a bit there. Oh, but then carries on. Okay, let's bring him back on the tarmac. Come on, fella. And then picks up exactly where it left off, and off it goes. no issues whatsoever, forwards or backwards. See a lot of grass stuck to it, but still, it's worked. That is great success. Okay, so I've put our little Mobius camera on the top, just so we can get some FPV footage. So far, driving her on the grass hasn't really had any sort of negative effect on her. The motors themselves are totally encased, so you're not going to damage those. But it seems, again, steering left and right, not an issue. Again, not the fastest car at all, but I tell you what, she is an incredible amount of fun. Okay, so I tell you what, I've got a little idea. I'm going to go to a place where I know there's a lot of gravel and stones, and we're going to see how she does then. So, off we go. Okay, so I've come to a part now which is all full of gravel, full of leaves. It's uphill, it's downhill, there's potholes. Let's see how this handles. So I put the camera on top of her just so we can see exactly how she does. But so far, look at her go. No terrain seems to bother her. Every single thing that she does. Look, even uphill on all of these rocks, on all of these stones, doesn't seem to be any issues whatsoever. Lumpy and bumpy, God, she's just going for it, absolutely. If we try and turn her around, now this is a really steep hill, it's a really steep incline from the top right down to the bottom. And look at that, the motors are handling it pretty well. You can hear a little bit of motor strain, but still, it's nothing that's going to stop the car. And off she goes again. No problem. No problem. So this is the kind of floor that we've got here. Loads of stones, loads of leaves, sticks, twigs for falling from the trees around. And she still manages. Look at her go. Okay, you can hear a little bit of strain under her, but still, she's going. Look at her go. Oh, a bit more strain, but no, she's pulled through it. She's taken a twig with her. Let's turn her around. Off she goes again. Yeah, no problems whatsoever. Okay, let's bring her back. Okay, a verdict on this guy. Well, absolutely excellent. Look at all the stuff that it's taken with it. It is a proper 4x4 car, all-terrain vehicle. Obviously, four-wheel drive. The two wheels on the back are powered by a separate motor than the two wheels on the front, and it really shows as well. It's better than having one motor that controls them all. You often find cars will then get stuck. This guy didn't get stuck, even down this. And look how steep that is, and it's full of gravel and twigs and leaves, and it's all wet. No problem. This tread on the tyre just cut through it all and managed to bring the car right up the hill without any issues. We also saw it on grass which is being freshly cut, but still very long in places. No problem at all, straight through it and able to turn. Not just able to go in a single direction. All in all, for the price of this guy, it's incredibly good. Incredibly good. Would I recommend it? Absolutely. This guy is amazing, and he's damn good fun as well. Now, what about the transmitter? Well, the transmitter in itself is quite basic, but it just works, and it works really well. Your hand fits in nice, and you can operate the controls without any issues at all. So all in all, I say this guy is a winner. So there we are, folks. Thanks ever so much for watching and listening. I've been JD. You've been fantastic as always. If you haven't already, please subscribe. Hello and welcome to all the new subscribers. I hope you're enjoying the channel. So until next time, my friends, happy racing.